the one and only Dereck Whittenburg. What's going on, Derek? How you doing?
Good morning.
Hey guys, I'm your favorite free guy. You know, I come on for free. No NIL on the sports shop.
No NIL.
Okay? No NIL on the sports shop.
Wow.
Okay?
Well,
Y'all get me free at 7 o'clock in the morning. Y'all get me for free.
I'll tell you like this, Derek, Mr. Whittenburg. We may not do the NIL, but we'll damn sure do the transfer portal. So you keep talking.
That's good.
So you keep on talking. Oh man, my guy Dereck Whittenburg is joining us. He wants to talk right now. We're just gonna jump right into it. Let's talk about the book. Let's talk about the shot heard around the world. Let's tell people about it. What you got? What you have coming up, and then we'll talk about some basketball coming up later.
I've been working on it for a couple of years in my mind, and I just decided it was time. And it's a 40-year anniversary, actually 41 years, coming up April 4th. We'll be celebrating 40 years, and just so excited what's going on with our teams and everything is so ironic. But wanted to just talk about that journey, and really it's a memoir about the people that's helped me along the way. And I want to talk about my parents and my mentors and teachers and people that really encouraged me and really helped me to experience so many great things, and not just in sports but in life, and things that I've learned how to help people. I've found my way. It's been over 40-some years in college athletics, but I've found my way in terms of what I want to do for the rest of my life, and that's help others find their way and help them fulfill their dreams. So that's exciting for me.
Oh, man, we always decided to talk to my friend. He is the NC State legend, of course, national champion, Emmy awardee, if you will. Let's make sure we mention that. And he's an author, and he has a book out called The Shot Heard Around the World, How I Went from the Playground to the White House. Dereck Whittenburg. So Dereck, this is interesting. Are you going to have an audible version of this as well? Because I do a lot of audio books. You going to have an audio version to this as well?
Yeah, you know what? Going through the final stages of editing the book is hard work.
Yeah. And
we're in the final stage of that. We should be printed in a couple weeks. And then after we get that going, I will do the audio version. And I'm going to read my own book.
Oh, that's what's up.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting you say that, because I listen to a lot of books, and I don't like. Man, if someone's dead, I get it, right? Like Maurice White, another guy kind of did it. But if somebody's living, I want to hear the voice of the person that's writing the book, and I know you'll do a very good job with that. Just talk about, some of the challenges of being an author of a book like this. Talk about that, if you will.
Oh man, it's hard, man. This is gonna be my first one. There's many guys I've talked to that written 10 books or 5 books or whatever. It's just you want to get everybody involved. You want to make sure you get the stories right. But more importantly, what I'm excited about is the history of my family. Nobody's ever asked me about the name Whittenburg and where the origin of that name came from and where my DNA with basketball started for me and my family. I give the example. So when my uncle, A.J. Whittenburg, was a civil rights leader in 1960 and integrated schools in Greenville, South Carolina.
Wow.
So he was instrumental in doing that. There's an elementary school in Greenville called the A.J. Whittenburg Elementary School for Engineering, and it's a presidential magnet school. And, I got so much history in my family of education and sports. It's going to be neat to share that. And one thing we forget about the most is our parents and our teachers and our mentors growing up, the ones that encouraged us, the ones that believed in us, the ones that help us find ourselves, right, and help us believe that we can achieve anything we want to if we can put our heads together and work hard and persevere. So that's what I'm excited about. It's going to be an honor and a tribute to them.
Wow,
and tell them thank you for helping me along the way.
Oh, that's outstanding.
That's awesome. We are talking to North Carolina State legend, Emmy awardee, Dereck Whittenburg, who has a brand new book coming out, Shot Heard All Over the World. Were there any, challenges or surprises as you were unpacking history and things that you put together for the book that you found? And was it a challenge to even be that transparent?
Oh, it's definitely a challenge because you can't tell the truth all the time.
I know that's right.
You can.
Yeah, you can't tell the truth all the time. You can't tell every story.
There you go.
I think that the challenge is, one thing that we grew up on was transparency plus truth equals trust. That's what we grew up on. And that's the most powerful thing about some of these stories. You're going to see photographs about, like, my Uncle George, who migrated from the south to the north. He was the first black basketball player at Fort Belvoir Army Base. I have the picture there that you can see that you saw him, and he looked like he was scared to death. He's the only black player on the team.
Wow.
And then my aunt, who's still living in 90, I went to visit her. She's still down in Atmore, Alabama, and she told me he was scared to death. He's on the road. He's by himself. So what we haven't done, and I kind of regret it a little bit, I didn't ask my parents enough about how they grew up, right? What did they encounter and how they persevered? Because, growing up in the South back in the 50s and 60s, it wasn't a piece of cake, fellas.
No.
And ladies. It wasn't a piece of
That's
cake.
right.
So like, I was one, but they never brought it up. They always stayed positive and talked about how I had to deal with things today. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I wish I would have asked them more, but the same token, I'm kind of glad because they never put on their burdens how they grew up on me. They just wanted me to be successful and live in this life as we go on today.
Right.
So that's the most interesting thing about the book. I learned a lot, and I think there's a lot more for all of us to learn. Everybody, even you guys, one day going to be inspired to write a book. I just want to write a book just to tell my story. This is a message to everybody that you are somebody, you have a special history in your family, and you can help and empower people within your own right for what you do every day. So it's not just about me writing a book. It's about everybody's got the right to tell their story. There's so much more about us other than me bouncing a ball or us being on the radio or playing golf.
Yes.
That's right.
So much more that we have to give to others because we got to help younger people find their way. We got to have them find their dreams. And so that's our responsibility of what we got to do going forward to help these kids.
Outstanding. We're talking with NC.
Amen. You're supposed to say amen.
Amen.
Let the church say amen.
Let the church say amen. I felt that.
Look, you beat me to it. I said you must have found some preachers in your doggone preachers.
That's why he said you can't tell every story.
It's funny you say that. I do have preachers in my family.
See what I'm saying?
Martin Luther read the Wittenberg articles in the town of Wittenberg back in the early days.
Wow.
So
wait a minute.
He got his name from.
We were talking about preachers like that was hanging around like a couple years ago. You
like Reverend Davis or something. Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther. I know.
Hey, look. I know one thing. If he looking at his lineage now and looking at you, he said, "Whew, we still got work to do." That I love you. I love you. So I'm gonna give you a hard time no matter what. That's the only reason you come on here, so I can give you a hard time. We're talking about NC State legend and great Dereck Whittenburg. We're talking about the shot heard around the world, and then how he went from the playground to the White House. Wonderful book that's out. A wonderful book that's coming out. And I have to be honest. Every time we get a chance to talk to people that have had the opportunity to kind of reflect and tell their own story, we get the same sense that it's an eye-opening experience. It's a deep dive into who helped make you into what you are and who you are. And I'm just glad you got an opportunity to do it as well. So congratulations. Well done, my friend.
Yes, congratulations.
Well, thank you. I'm so excited about both our teams, with Coach Keats and what he's done, and 7 games in a row, and now he's part of our history, won the ACC championship, and then Coach West, Wes has been incredible what he's done with that women's basketball team, being picked 8th, and now going on in the Sweet 16.
That's right.
We got some excitement going on. The ACC is doing great. You got 4 teams in the Sweet 16, who knows? We have some ACC love in the Final Four.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
So I got to ask again. This is Dereck Whittenburg, who is the author of The Pass That Was Heard Around the World. I'm sorry, it was the shot. Or what the pass? Which one?
Hey, look. When it's your story, you tell it like you want.
You tell it like it is. But does it? I have to ask you. This run that's going on, incredible run by Coach Keats and this Wolfpack team. In the similarities to what you guys did was incredible, a run back in 1983.
Absolutely, a lot of similarities. Listen, they nobody gave them a chance. No, I've been in that position. Nobody thought they was going to be where they are. Nobody.
That's right.
And I'm sure sure they're surprised.
Yeah.
But you know, win is contagious, and you win one, you win a couple, and then you win that dramatic game against Virginia. The guy, McDonald throws up a prayer that goes in. Now you start to feel, once you get on that roll and that belief, you feel like you just find a way to win. And that's what our team has done. And credit to Coach Keats and his staff and those players. Yeah. They hung in there. And then, Big Baby.
Big baby.
My man.
He's having a tremendous tournament. Yeah. And just a happy-go-lucky, great kid, great family. Just so glad he's with us. He's been tremendous, man. And obviously a crowd favorite, not just for NC State, but I think people around the country he's starting to grow on everybody. And hey, we playing with house money.
Yep. Yeah. We in there now.
Nobody thinks that we can win. And Marquette's got a good team. Look, at this time, the Sweet 16, anybody can.
Everybody's good too.
That's right.
There you go.
Everybody's good. So, anybody can win it, and I'm going to Dallas on Friday, and going to be there. I'm going to be hanging out with Spud Webb.
Okay.
A great player down there that's from Dallas, and then Harold Thompson. My teammate was on the 83 team.
Yes.
So, we're going to hang out in Dallas and try to pull those guys through and get another win.
Well, we're talking with the great Dereck Whittenburg, and you're the only person I know probably that's been inside and actually lived through what this current team is living through right now and done this. What is being said right now amongst Coach Keats and the team that says, okay, this is what we got to do to keep this going and not get so caught up into the hype? And since you lived through it, what is it like being inside on that?
Survive in advance.
There you go.
Just one play at a time. One play at a time. 1 point at a time. Just focus on the process, and you got a chance to get to the end of the game. With 5 minutes to go, put yourself in position to win, and let's see what happens. And I think now, you 7 games in a row, you kind of numb. You just feel like we just felt like back in our time that we got to the point where we just trusted our game plan and understood what we had to do. And eventually we just felt like we were going to win. We didn't know how, but we were going to win. So I think that's what they're feeling right now. And it's going to be exciting. Listen, I want to ask Reese. He's kind of torn a little bit. North Carolina's playing Alabama.
Yeah, I'm not torn.
I know much. He's a big Alabama fan. He got to take his Alabama helmet. He got to take his Alabama football helmet off. And then put the basketball uniform on, and he got to decide which team he's going to cheer for. Now, I know he's probably going to cheer for Carolina, but he's also an Alabama fan.
Well, I'm a diehard Alabama fan, first and foremost, but we're not playing football on tomorrow.
Hey, look.
As long as it's not football, huh?
Hey, look. Hey, Dereck, he playing with house money.
Yeah, exactly.
He playing with
He playing with house money. He playing with house money. It may hurt a little bit on one side, but not as much on the other. But either way, he playing with house money.
That's true, man. That's true.
Dereck, I got a quick question. In your back to your book, you were talking about pictures. Is there a picture of Reese in the book?
You know what? He might be surprised.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we won't tell him.
We got maybe a little surprise.
We're talking about telling your truth.
Hey, if there is a picture of the book, Alabama and North Carolina better be buying a whole lot of books.
That's right.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Tell Nick Nick Saban got a whole lot of time and a whole lot of money. He can buy some books.
That's true.
Hey, look.
He can.
And look, and listen, I don't care. Look, I used to tell Phil Ford all the time.
Yeah.
If you mix Carolina blue and you mix red together, what you get? Green.
All day, baby.
Monday.
I don't care who buys.
I know. And y'all do that real well. You and Phil both, man.
Make that green.
Yeah.
Hey, Derek, man, we appreciate you
Man,
coming
thank
on.
you so
Thank
much,
you
my
so
friend.
It's been a pleasure having you on, man. It's great to give us some insight into what it's like to be inside of a historic run like what's going on right now, man.
Yeah.
So congratulations
Yeah,
to you
I'm
and
so
the whole
happy
team.
for them. You know, you go the last thing, guys and ladies. Listen, this is a special moment in college. You get there when you come to college, you have an opportunity to be trained and educated. And as an athlete, you want to leave there with a degree. You want to leave a better person. But the icing on the cake is that you come out a champion. That you one day put that banner up, that you can bring it back for your family and your kids to see that this is what I accomplished here. So this is a special moment, these guys. I wish they enjoy it. It's their time.
Wow.
You know, I try to say, everybody said this, 40 years ago, but it's their time. They've earned it. Nobody can take it away. And now, they got the icing on the cake. They can continue, and maybe they go on a run and get another national championship.
That's amazing.
Very,
That's
very
amazing.
positive.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Outstanding, Derek.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
All right. Take care.
All right.